Yeah, Black Squad, what up? It's your man Kenyatta Black back at you again with another one. You already know the deal. If you're not following me on Facebook, make sure you go and follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. You're going to want to hit that bell icon twice to make sure you are getting all notifications when I drop a video, go live, or drop a short. My shorts are better than your favorite YouTubers. Trust me. There's some shorts. If you go over to Facebook, there's a whole lot of shorts over there on Facebook that are not yet on YouTube. They will be shortly, but they're not here yet. Go, matter of fact, if you're not following me on Facebook, go over to my Facebook right now and take a look at my last short, Live with Martin Schwartz, Volume 11. Funny as fuck. My shorts are better than your favorite YouTubers. And yes, that is me in the background doing that voice. And as always, if you like the content and you want to support the platform, go ahead and hit the Cash App, $ Black Squad, or hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box. Oh man, you see the picture, bro. You see the picture. You see it. Listen, man, I got a new crush. Man. You know, none of y'all know this shit about me, but look, man, I got a thing for athletes, man. I got a thing for female athletes. There's just something about it. There's just something about them, the athletic bodies, just, I don't know what it is. I got a soft spot for female athletes, bro. I've been crushing on Naomi Osaka for some years now. But you know, she cheated on a brother, you know, got pregnant by some other dude, you know, so I had to let that go, you know. That hurt, but you know, I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling some kind of way about it for a minute, you know. But I'm over it now, baby. Oh, I'm over it now, because there's a new chick in town now. Yeah, damn. For those of you who've been living under a rock for at least the last week, and you don't know who this woman is on your screen here, that is 20-year-old, 6'3", superstar forward out of LSU, who just led her team to a national championship just a few days ago. Angel Reese, soon to be Angel Kenyatta. Don't tell my girl about that shit. Don't tell her about it. Yeah, man. I got a new, I don't know what you want to call it, athlete crush. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Oh, that nigga over there simping. This nigga simping for athletes, simping for ball players. Fuck you, nigga. I like pussy. Okay? I like pussy. So some of you, red pill and MGTOW and whatever the fuck else, some of you dudes just don't get pussy. So anytime a man shows that he is attracted to a woman, you want to throw simp. Oh, he's simping. That nigga simping. Why? Because I said a woman look good, nigga? Look, bruh. And the booty meat. And listen, man, listen. For those of you who've never smashed a chick as tall as Angel Reese, let me tell you, bruh. See, the tallest chick I've ever been with, she was 6'1". Close enough, right? 6'1", 6'3", close enough. Let me tell you something, bruh. when a chick that tall wraps her fucking legs around your back and you in that shit deep. Cause bruh, tall chicks be deep than a motherfucker, bruh. You gotta work to hit the bottom of that coochie. You gotta work to hit the bottom of that coochie, bruh. She take them long ass legs and wrap them around your back, bruh. Bruh. Are you holding them long ass legs up in the air? Shit. Can't tell me nothing. So yeah, man. Angel Reese, she's the new athlete crush. Yep. Had to let Naomi Osaka go. Oh well. I'm over it. But y'all know what's been going on, man. They've been trying to, well, let's be specific, shall we? White people, specifically white men, which I find to be interesting, have been trying to drag Angel Reese in the media. Now, I came to learn that they've been trying to drag her pretty much throughout the entire season. And most of us are just now finding out about this after the national championship game. But they're very upset. They're very upset that their darling from Iowa lost that game. They really wanted, not just her, but they wanted that team to win that game because that team represented something to them. That team out there in Iowa, the women's team, it represented how things used to be. And oh, what joy they would have felt had an all-white basketball team beaten almost an all-black basketball team in LSU. Well, that game meant something to them. It really meant something to them. And their hearts were broken. So how dare Angel Reese taunt the darling from Iowa? I'm not going to say her name. How dare Angel Reese? I've named her the darling of Iowa. How dare Angel Reese taunt the darling of Iowa the same way she been taunting everybody else? How dare she do that to our great white hope? How dare she do that? Now you see, and then, you know, the subtle racism comes out. You know, one guy called Angela Reese a classless piece of shit. Why would you call this 20-year-old chick a classless piece of shit? That's pretty harsh, don't you think? That's a harsh thing to call somebody simply because they taunted another player in a basketball game, which is part of the sport. It's part of the sport. Has always been part of the sport. The rules don't change just because it's women playing out there. Women are just as competitive as men. when it comes to sports. In some cases, more competitive. In some cases, their egos become more involved. Their ego and their pride. They can take things just as personal as the men. Why are we trying to place different sets of rules on female ball players that we don't place on male ball players? Last I checked, these women are not out there playing in skirts and heels. When they step on the court, they are ball players. You want them to behave like ladies. No, they are out there throwing elbows, setting moving picks when they think they can get away with it, and talking shit, trash talking, just like the men. And that's what the hell they're supposed to do. If you don't like it, don't watch. But what you're not gonna do is try to place these ridiculous unwritten rules on these ladies as if they don't have enough to deal with just playing the game. They have the same pressures as the men just playing the game, and now you want to add added pressure by trying to hold them to some standard. They can't trash talk, they can't showboat, they can't taunt. But wait a minute, that's not necessarily the case, because it was cool when the darling of Iowa did. Or should I say the darling of white America? Perhaps throughout the rest of the video, we will use those interchangeably. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this. I'm going to show you the clip that got it all started, and we're going to get into it. Fair use, fair use.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Now, is this so bad? Was that so bad? Was that really so bad? What's the problem, America? Or should I say, what's the problem, white America? What you so mad about? Really? Pull your pants up. Your racism is showing. Your subtle racism is showing. Your bias is showing. Pull your pants up. Pull your pants up, white America. Look. The sports arena is one arena in this country where you can't tilt the playing field in the favor of your children. It is what it is. In the sports arena, when your children, talking to white America, when your children step on the court, step on the field, step in the boxing ring, it's an even playing field. This is an area where you don't get to tilt the favor, or excuse me, you don't get to tilt the playing field in the favor of your children. And you've known that for quite some time, so I don't know why you got so upset other than the fact that that Iowa team represented something to you. Represented how things used to be in the good old days. The good old days that Ma and Pa used to talk about. You know, you got to go back to the early to mid 50s when everybody out there was white. Everybody on the court was white. Then those damn black guys came along and fucked it all up. Took over the game. And here in 2023, we had the opportunity for an all-white women's basketball team out of the heart of the country, out of the heart of the Midwest, Iowa. Iowa's like, that is one of the whitest states in the country. That's one of the whitest states in the country. I think the only black people in Iowa go to college there. Like, what the fuck? Have you? I've never, not even on Facebook, have I seen a black person from Iowa. Okay. Never seen it. Never fucking seen it. I've never looked at a black person's page and, it said they were from Des Moines, Iowa. Never fucking seen it. The only black people in Iowa are the black people who go to college there. Right? That's like Iowa's like the whitest place on earth other than Sweden. What the fuck? So out of the heartland of America comes this all-white girls team beating on those blackies. The darling of Iowa herself hitting them chicks with John Cena. It did something to you. It riled something up in you. It reminded you of the good old days that Ma and Pa used to talk about. Those good old days. And then Angel Reese with her fine ass just came along and ripped your fucking hearts out. And then had the nerve to gloat. She had the nerve to gloat. Not only gloat, but directly in the darling of Iowa's face. Oh, man. White America suffered a great defeat a few days ago. Let them tell it. At least that's how they're acting. And I'm going to say it just how the fuck it is. I'm hearing all these different people talk about it. And a few people have touched on it, but for the most part, everybody's sugarcoating it. Everybody's sugarcoating it. Why sugarcoat it? Just tell the truth. And they've been riding this girl's back for a minute. They've been riding this girl's back for a minute. And just so you can see for yourself, if you haven't seen it, if you didn't get to see the post game interview she did, we're going to play that for you real quick, and we're going to come right back. Fair use, fair use.
Lindsay Schnell, USA Today. Angel, Twitter is awash right now with outrage. And you've talked before about your personality, that you don't care. And I just wondered what it's like to know that, so many people are talking about women's basketball. Isn't that a good thing?
I'm happy. All year I was critiqued about who I was.
So like I said, they've been riding this chick all year. Now, let's just keep it all the way 100. most of us, we don't really follow, women's sports like that. And I don't remember seeing any coverage, like on ESPN or anything about her until the tournament kicked off. But apparently, they've been on this girl's ass all season. And listen to the things, listen to her as she explains what they've been saying about her. She's a ball player. She came to play ball. But they've been very disrespectful with this young lady. I'm going to let her tell it.
Narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is going to go in a rage every time. And I mean, I'm happy. I feel like I've helped grow women's basketball this year. I'm super happy and excited. So I'm looking forward to celebrating in the next season.
Now, wait a minute. Because I love her fucking response. I love her response. It'd be nice. It would be, oh, what a wonderful world it would be if black male athletes had the fucking balls to speak as boldly as she just did. Even though she bit her tongue a little bit there. I caught something that she wanted to say that she didn't say. But from the beginning to the end, what did they say about she's too ghetto, she's too hood, why are you saying these things about a 20-something-year-old female ball player? Didn't we already go through this with Allen Iverson 20 fucking years ago? I thought Allen Iverson paved the way for ball players, for black ball players to be who they are, to be themselves, to wear their tattoos if they want to rock their chains if they want to wear whatever clothes they feel comfortable wearing. In short, you could say to embody, what we could refer to as hip-hop culture. I thought Allen Iverson paved the way for that years ago. They said she was too ghetto, too hood, too this, too that. How disrespectful is that? Yet she's been stepping out on that court and performing at an elite level, despite the frustration and anger of the things that have been said about her in the media. Then what did she say at the end? She said, "This is for the little girls who look like me." Now, LeBron James ain't never came close to saying nothing like that. Ain't never came close to saying nothing like that. Then she sugarcoated it a little bit at the end where she said, "Unapologetically me." No, what she meant to say was unapologetically black. That's what she really meant to say. And I wish she would have said it. I wish she would have said it. That would have been a powerful, powerful statement had she said that. Even the way she put it, it was a powerful statement, but not compared to how powerful it would have been had she said unapologetically black like she wanted to say. But again, I love her fucking response here. I love her response here. Again, if black male athletes had half the fucking heart that she has to stand there and boldly defend herself and say what needs to be said, she wouldn't even have to be sitting here right now having this conversation. If black male athletes would show half the fucking heart that she does. Then there was another question asked. We're going to play that and respond to it as well. Fair use. Fair use.
Congratulations, first of all. The moments that you're talking about, and you were talking about earlier, that make Twitter blow up, how conscious are you of having them be able to fit, be able to be your authentic self in that moment, and sort of how do you kind of craft it in the moment to be able to make sure that people understand who your authentic self is?
I don't care about anybody else and what they have to say about me. That's the difference between me and a lot of people. I don't. And the biggest goal for me is a national champion. I don't care to be All-American. I don't care to be a defensive player of the year. The biggest goal is to be a national champion, and that's what I did. And that's what I can just brag on, because at the end of the day, it's a team effort. And regardless, I'm going to be me, but I can't do it without the girls here, and I can't do it without the rest of my teammates and my coaches. So Twitter can say what they want to say. I love Twitter, and I love reading those comments. I have all the screenshots of what everybody has said about me all season. And now what are you going to say now?
So what are they going to say now? Well, I guess you found out what they're going to say. Classless. Now she's classless. Well, what else is new? She was already ghetto, right? She was already too hood, right? She's nothing like your darling of Iowa, who is not attractive at all, by the way. Now, albeit it is not a prerequisite or requirement to be attractive on the basketball court, but if you look at Angel Reese, it don't hurt either. It damn sure don't hurt either. Your darling of Iowa looks like Jim Carrey. That's who you put your stock in. All right. Okay. All right. I could think of plenty of white girls that look better than that. But all right. That's your hero. Okay. All right. I suppose you were so desperate. I suppose you were so desperate for the feeling that Ma and Pa used to talk about, that you didn't give a damn what she looked like. Just go out there and beat those darkies. Beat them. Ain't that what this was about? Ain't that what it's all about? Isn't that why you're so upset? Because again, this is one arena in which you cannot tilt the playing field in favor of your children. And for some reason, when the playing field is level, you always lose. Interesting, isn't it? After all that superiority crap you've been talking, every time the playing field is level, you lose. Must be very frustrating. That must be extremely frustrating. I could only imagine. I could only imagine because But imagine if every arena in America was the same way. Imagine if the playing field was level in every arena, in every institution in America. I wonder how America would look then. I don't know. One can only imagine. I mean, we see what happens on the court when the playing field is level. We see what happens on the field when the playing field is level, and we see what happens in the boxing ring when the playing field is level. Yeah, y'all been real smart. Y'all been real smart not to build no hockey rinks anywhere near the fucking hood. Very wise, white man, very wise. Simple yet effective. Just don't build no fucking hockey rinks near any black neighborhoods. God damn it, it's our last bastion of refuge. Don't build no hockey rinks near no black neighborhoods. That's the last thing we need. A little 10-year-old Tyrone to take a liking to hockey. 15 years later, he's unstoppable. I'll tell you one thing. Speaking of hockey, if black men ever get into hockey, there are going to be some sudden rule changes. And I mean overnight they're gonna change some fucking rules, because you know the referees is just sit back and let you fight in hockey. They'll just sit back and let you fight. You feel me? Now wait a minute now. That's a dangerous game. That is a dangerous game to be playing if you let black men in it. If you build some hockey rinks around some black neighborhoods, that's a dangerous game to be playing. Just wait a minute, you mean to tell me you gonna give me a stick? You're gonna give me a stick and pay me to run around and knock white boys out? I don't know. You put a stick in the wrong brother's hand, and he might focus on them white boys more than he focuses on the puck. And you know immediately the speed of the game is going to change. So many things are going to change. So, simple yet effective, white man. I gotta give you your props on this one. Simple yet effective. Don't build no hockey rinks around them niggers. Think about it. Have you ever seen a hockey rink near a black neighborhood? Ever? Anywhere? Never fucking seen it. Good one, white man. Good one. Yeah. It's when the playing field is level. You see who wins. Now, look, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Even the first lady got caught up in the heartbreak. I suppose as the first lady, it makes sense that she would feel white America's heartbreak. And I'm gonna keep fucking saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Because it is what it is. Own it. Don't backpedal now. Don't try to sugarcoat it. White America is heartbroken over this shit. Heartbroken and infuriated. Those damn darkies. They did it again. So Jill Scott. Jill Biden. She articulated America's heartbreak when she invited not only LSU, but also wanted to invite the Iowa Hawkeyes. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I said that right. Iowa. She wanted to invite Iowa as well. What the fuck do you mean? That's never been done before. And wait a minute. And she tried to say that it was all about sportsmanship. Well, let's look at it from a different angle. Now, UConn, they won the men's championship. Did Jill offer an invitation to the team that lost on the men's side of the game? If it wasn't nothing about nothing, if it was all just sportsmanship, just to show good sportsmanship, if it didn't have a damn thing to do with color, why didn't she extend the same invitation to the losing team of the national championship on the men's side? And I find it strange nobody's bothered to ask that question. No, ask the question. How come the losing team on the men's side of the game, how come they didn't get an invite? In the spirit of sportsmanship. Uh-oh. Yeah. It ain't about color, though. It ain't got nothing to do with race, though. Oh, not at all. Not at all. I mean, yeah, Jill Biden is married to a racist piece of shit whose racism is well documented going back to the fucking 60s. Yeah, she's married to a guy whose mentors were some of the most staunch, stomp down, unapologetic, anti-black racists of the civil rights movement era. Those were his mentors. Yeah, Joe Biden said a whole lot of racist shit during the civil rights movement, like the fact that he didn't want his children going to school in an integrated jungle. Yeah, Joe Biden said shit, like, he didn't want the streets to turn into a zoo, referencing zoo because he was comparing black people to animals, and then went on further to say, he's got cages to put black people in. All kinds of racist shit that Joe Biden said during the 60s, 70s, 80s, not to mention his 1994 crime bill and the 1986 crime bill. Joe Biden's racism is very well documented, but just because Jill Biden is married to a racist piece of shit doesn't mean she's racist too. No. I mean, obviously, a woman who doesn't have a racist bone in her body could easily marry a racist piece of shit and think nothing of it. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? I'm trying to tell you, you Negroes gonna have to snap out of this alternate reality that you live in, where just because these folk call themselves Democrats and liberals, you immediately think that there's no way they could be racist pieces of shit, because after all, they're Democrats, they're liberals. Liberals and Democrats aren't racist. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Malcolm X tried to warn y'all about these damn white liberals 60 damn years ago. And speaking of Jill Biden, and that's some shit, ain't it? Joe and Jill. How the fuck did that happen? Joe and Jill. Just imagine if his name was Jack. The fuck? How did this shit happen? And Jill was a married woman when she started creeping with Joe, right? Oh yeah. Jill was a married woman cheating on her husband with Joe Biden. Sure was. Now, you could say that's irrelevant to the current situation if you want to, but that does shed a little bit of light on the character of the individual we're talking about here. Now, for those of you who didn't get to see it, let's take a look at this video. Let's take a look at Jill Biden inviting both LSU and Iowa to the White House. And look at her face when she mentions LSU. Look at her face. You can see the disdain that she has just at the thought that she even has to invite LSU. She didn't want LSU to come to the White House. But we're gonna play the clip. Fair use. Fair use.
I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to
Look at her face. You see that?
I think Iowa
Bruh.
should come too, because they played such a good game. So, right? So winners and losers, that's sportsmanship. That's good sportsmanship.
No, Jill, that's what you call a fucking participation trophy. That's what you call a participation trophy, and the NCAA doesn't give out participation trophies. And neither should the White House. It's this participation trophy BS that has contributed to creating a nation full of soft, sensitive, butthurt, social justice warrior, woke ass Americans. Or I could simply say it is this participation trophy BS that has contributed to turning America into a nation of pussies. A nation where you could lose your livelihood because you said something that hurt somebody's fucking feelings. But maybe that's a whole nother conversation. But once again, Angel Reese's response. Her response was beautiful. And once again, I'm gonna say it again. If these black male athletes had half the fucking heart to stand up there in front of those damn cameras and say what really needs to be said and be as bold when they say it, Angel Reese wouldn't even be in the position she's in right now to have to say it her damn self. Now I'm gonna play her response. How she responded to Jill. Every time I say Jill, the first Jill that comes to mind is Jill Scott. Because, let's be honest, Jill Biden is fucking irrelevant. I think this is the first time Jill has even been mentioned in the entire 2 years that Joe has been in the White House. Jill Biden might go down as one of, if not the most irrelevant first lady ever. Ever. But let's see how Angel Reese responded not only to Jill Biden's statement wanting to invite Iowa to the White House as well, but also how she responded to Jill Biden's apology. Because when they give Negroes an apology, Negroes, we're always supposed to accept people's apologies. As a matter of fact, Negroes are supposed to forgive people who didn't even ask for our forgiveness. But it would seem as though Angel Reese is cut from a different cloth. Let's check out her response, shall we? Let's check out the response. Fair use. Fair use.
LSU star women's basketball player and Division I national champion Angel Reese blasted Jill Biden's apology after the First Lady suggested the NCAA runner-up, the Iowa Hawkeyes, should also get a White House visit, which would be out of the norm, as usually just the national champions actually visit the White House. Let's hear what Reese had to say in response.
I don't accept I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't accept the apology because of, you said what you
Jill
said.
Biden.
Yeah.
First lady.
The wife,
First lady.
yeah.
You said
First
what you
lady.
said and you meant what
I
you
said what I said, and you can't go back on certain things that you say. I mean, you felt like they should have came because of sportsmanship, right? They can have that spotlight. We'll go to the Obamas. We'll see.
Now you see that? Angel Reese ain't stupid. Look at the sarcastic way she said, oh, because of sportsmanship, right? Angel Reese knows what the fuck it is. She know it ain't about no damn sportsmanship. And that's why she responded with, oh, don't worry about it, we'll go to the Obamas. Letting them know, I see you. I know what your problem really is. So since you want to carry it like that, well, I can carry it that way too. We'll go to the Obamas. Why can't black male athletes with the millions and millions of dollars they have in their pockets be this bold? It's a damn shame.
Michelle, I'm gonna see Barack.
Hold on. So did you guys speak to the First Lady?
No, apparently she was supposed to come to our locker room before the game, but we said no.
Before the game?
Yeah, she was supposed to come to our locker room and go to Iowa's locker room. I don't know if she talked to them. I don't know if she did, but we said we didn't want to. We didn't want her coming to the locker room. I think Joe Biden had put somebody else to win the national championship. He didn't put us on his bracket to get out of Baton Rouge. So I was like, bet.
Now, why can't black male athletes be that bold? And I saw a comment the other day, or a post the other day on Facebook, somebody saying her career is done because she said something about Jill Biden, or she fired back at Jill Biden and, didn't accept her apology and doesn't want to go to the White House. So apparently because she doesn't accept Jill Biden's apology and is turning down the invitation to the White House, apparently because she's doing that, she's never going to make it to the next level. And see, that's exactly why so many black folk aren't bold enough and brave enough to say what Angel Reese had to say. Because you think Massa gonna punish you for speaking your mind. Oh, don't say that now. Don't say that now. Massa gonna get you. Massa gonna get you now. You ain't never gonna make it to the WNBA, girl. You better calm down now. You gonna get us all in trouble. You gonna get us all in troubles. I don't mind getting in good troubles, but you gonna get us in bad troubles. Oh man. Well, I don't want to beat a dead horse. So, in my opinion, not only did Angel Reese do absolutely nothing wrong in taunting, showboating, talking trash on the court, because that's what ball players do. It don't matter if you do it at halftime. It don't matter if you do it in the third quarter. It don't matter if you do it with 10 seconds on the clock. She did nothing wrong. You got people in their feelings because they really hope that the darling of Iowa could pull one off and give them that good old feeling that Ma and Pa used to talk about. And 2, she did absolutely nothing wrong in responding to the foolishness and blatant bias that came out of Jill Biden's mouth. And 3, she did absolutely nothing wrong in refusing to accept what is most likely a phony, disingenuous apology. Absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. We don't hold male ball players to these ridiculous standards. We don't. Now, in the boxing world, in the fight world, it's a little different. You know, Conor McGregor can showboat, talk trash, and he's polarizing. He's iconic. But when Floyd Mayweather showboats and talks trash, he's arrogant. He's an asshole. He's a terrible person. Somebody needs to humble that guy. Yeah. So in the boxing world, or in the fight world in general, it's a little different. It's a little different. But Angel Reese did nothing wrong whatsoever. I'm proud of her for bringing the national title to LSU. I'm proud of her for responding to the bullshit that came out of Jill Biden's mouth the way she did. I'm proud of her for not accepting Jill Biden's most likely phony apology. And I'm proud of her for standing up to the media the way apparently she's been doing all season, and especially the way she's standing up to the media right now. If only black male athletes had that kind of backbone and that kind of courage. If only. But maybe Angel Reese can use the position that she's in to use herself as an example when she calls out. Maybe she should call out some of these black male athletes. Even though a few have, I believe it, Shaq, LeBron, Mitchell, it was somebody else that came out in defense of her. They wouldn't have to come out in defense of her if they would speak as boldly as she does. She wouldn't have to do what she's doing. She wouldn't have to go through what she's going through right now if the black male athlete would grow a fucking backbone. But like I said, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm going to get up out of here. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that bell icon twice to make sure you are getting all notifications for when I drop a video, go live, or drop a short. My shorts are better than your favorite YouTubers, I promise. And as always, if you like the content and you want to support the platform, go ahead and hit that Cash App, $ Black Squad, or hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box, and I will holler at y'all on the next one.